Hello, fellow cycling fans, and welcome to my preview of Criterium du Dauphine 2025 Stage 3. It is quite a long stage, once again 207 kilometers, but before we dive into its profile, let's do a quick recap of Stage 2. In the end, won by an overwhelming favorite, Jonathan Milan. He was dropped twice on this stage, but Little Trek, they are racing perfectly for the stage wins. They brought all their team back and brought him back to the peloton. In the end, he wins in front of Fred Wright and Matthew Van Der Poel, Fredheim in fourth, Janier, Tochon, Fedorov, etc. So it was a bunch sprint. In the GC, that means that Jonathan Milan now overtakes Tadej Pogačar based on their average finishing position, but it is of no major importance for this race. Matthew Van Der Poel stays third actually, and Fred Wright moves into fourth. Jonas Vingegaard still 4 seconds behind Pogačar. That also means that Matthew Van Der Poel takes the green jersey from Pogačar, but essentially it was Jonas Vingegaard who was wearing it today. It was quite funny to see him in that jersey. And Paul Océlan was once again in a breakaway, and he still takes the KOM jersey. In the yacht classification, obviously Jonathan Milan is the leader, and in the teams it's Team Visma Lisa Bike. So moving on to stage 3, very hilly in the beginning. We have immediately third category climb, 4.1 kilometers at 4.8%, followed by a second category climb, quite hard climb, Côte de la Barbade, 5.8 kilometers at around 6.8%. This is really hard. I expect a strong breakaway to try and go here. Maybe Ben Healy or some other EF guys. Then it's up and down through this plateau before the next climb, Col de la Mala Taverne, 5.4 kilometers at 3.8%. Another plateau, another fourth category climb, and then a long downhill before the final 50 kilometers that are slightly uphill but with a hard climb. Côte du Château Jaune, 1.2 kilometers at 9.5%, some 20 kilometers from the finish. So you can see that this is quite a hard stage. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to the breakaway. If we look at the map, we can see that we are moving towards the east all day long, and the weather near Châtenois, the finishing town, will be quite hot, some 26 degrees Celsius throughout the day, almost no wind, 1 or 2 meters per second, so nothing significant. It will be really interesting to see, will Team Visma Lisa Bike try to do something here. They are racing really aggressively in the last, let's say, month. Even in the Giro, they were really always on the front, pushing the pace, trying to create a gap here or there. Also today, they were always in the front. So in this kind of stage, I can expect them fighting for every corner, for every start of the climb, and then trying to gap Pogačar or Remco, or maybe even both of them. So that will be, I think, the main focus. Team Visma Lisa Bike with Jonas Vingegaard should really try to push it, and then Team UAE Emirates will probably try to go a bit on the defensive. They want to strike in the high mountains. So what do the bookmakers think? Well, they have Matthew Van Der Poel as the number one favorite in front of Jonathan Milan. Now, I really think that this stage is too hard for Milan. He was getting dropped today on a much easier stage. Then I don't see him coming back tomorrow, especially if Alpecin or Team Visma Lisa Bike try to push it after the climbs. Then Tadej Pogačar with his sprint is always a good option. Romain Bardet from the breakaway, as well as maybe Fred Wright. He can survive those climbs. He can go on a breakaway. He can win in a bunch sprint. He's a good option. As I mentioned already, Ben Healy, Maxime Van Gils, Axel Laurens. So those are all those guys that can maybe win from the breakaway, but also have a good sprint to finish it out in the end. So who is my pick to win this stage? Well, I will have to go to the breakaway guy, Romain Bardet. He is a home favorite in his final race of his career. He is set to win a stage. I am sure of that. I would love to see that. And I think tomorrow he goes on the offensive. He knows these roads, he knows these climbs. And in the end, he wins for his local fans. So that is what I would love to see, and Romain Bardet is my pick. But I wouldn't be surprised if Pogačar wins again, but also don't count Matthew van der Poel. So that is all for this preview. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All Criterium du Dauphiné stages previews only here in my channel. Tour de Suisse coming, and then Tour de France all July long, so it will be a hot summer in France. Hit that notification bell as well so you never miss a preview in my channel. Have a great day, and I hope to see you tomorrow for my preview of stage 4. Bye!